Am I the astronaut for not getting upset after I was uninvited to my friend's wedding by the bride? This happened over the weekend, but there's still so much tension. One of my good friends, Matthew, 26 male, is getting married next month to Jennifer, 26 female. I, 25 female, have known Matthew since high school. We've both connected when it comes to video games, especially Minecraft. Matthew has had his fair share of girlfriends over the years, but when he met Jennifer 3 years ago, he said that he knew she was the one, and they are madly in love with each other, and I am so happy for them both. Last year, Matthew popped the question to Jennifer, and she said yes. Jennifer's demeanor towards me drastically changed after the engagement. She was distant towards me, she wouldn't look at me, and she would hardly speak to me, which was weird since Jennifer was always so sweet and nice towards me. I'd still talk to Matthew and meet with him and our group of friends sometimes with Jennifer, and she would still act cold and not speak to me much. I kept my distance from Jennifer. 3 months ago, we all received a save-the-date invitation, and their wedding is going to take place in Matthew's cabin 2 hours away, and they were going to keep it small due to the size of the cabin, so we were only allowed to bring one guest. That was when Jennifer acted extremely harsh and hostile towards me and said, "Bet you don't have a +1 since you were so into my man." Well, there's a red flag. And to this point, it for no reason other than them continuing with the same friendship that they've had for a long time. So as far as we know, nothing done to change her attitude towards OP. I was taken aback. I asked her what the she was talking about, and she smirked and said I knew and to not act stupid. I ignored her remark and told her my boyfriend was coming. She looked surprised and left. I, of course, told Matthew about what Jennifer said to me, and he was not happy, and he made her apologize to me. Okay. Then last weekend, I was invited by Matthew's sister to go dress shopping with her and Jennifer. I declined at first because I wanted to keep my distance from Jennifer, but Matthew's sister assured me that she will deal with Jennifer and that our friends will be there for us. So we went dress shopping, and I found a beautiful dress that I thought would be perfect, and I took a picture to send to my boyfriend since he planned on matching, i.e. with the bow tie, with me. I tried the dress on, and it was a perfect fit, so I guess I got lucky. Jennifer was angry, called me names such as a hooer, a boyfriend stealing biznatch, and that I was officially uninvited to the wedding. She caused such a commotion, the employee of the store asked us to leave. I told Jennifer I didn't want to come to the wedding anyway, but I was going because my friend was getting married. I told her if she didn't want me at the wedding, fine. I don't give a since I won't go to a wedding if the bride is going to be so rude to a guest. Matthew and our friends found out, and I was getting texts left and right begging me to just come to the wedding. I told them I was happy to get uninvited and that I'll just spend the day with my boyfriend on the day of the wedding instead. They're all mad at me for not fighting hard enough. Am I the astronaut? Okay, there's an edit and an update. Let me get into the edit first before we start chatting here. Edit. So my decision is final. I will not be going to the wedding, and there's no changing my mind about it. I will be sending a wedding gift to Matthew the day prior to the wedding instead. I told Matthew and all of my friends that I won't be going, and they can't convince me otherwise. Matthew also called me and asked if we could talk somewhere. I agreed, but it's to tell him in person that I won't go, so that way he knows I'm serious about that. Okay, let's chat for a second before we dive into the update here. Yeah, the question was, am I the astronaut for not getting upset after I was uninvited? So, I mean, why would you want to be in a place where the person who's hosting the event, one of the people hosting the event, and arguably the main character of the day, hates your guts? You would be made to feel very unwelcome, and I guarantee you every bridesmaid girl she had in her army would go out of their way to treat you like shit that day. Why would you want to go? I think the bigger question here is, why does everybody else want her to when they know that the bride has such a problem with it? What do they... No good could come of this. I mean, he wants her there because he's her friend. I feel like this comes down to the groom. This comes down to the groom. He is allowing his bride to treat his bestie this way. Not that he can control her, but I feel like it's his duty to defend her and to say, hey, don't treat my friend like that. Why? To get some kind of explanation, to not just allow it to happen. He's just allowing this toxic relationship to form or to continue here. And he's just standing back like, this sucks. Not doing a damn thing about it. Shouldn't he do something about it? Oh, sassy one, that would have been the perfect response. I'm good. I'll catch the next one. That's where I'm confused. I'm confused about the groom's inaction here. There were lots of things that confused me about this, most of which is the groom's behavior or inaction, and the rest of it is the support network, the rest of the friends really leaning into OP and saying, no, we just want you to come, even though they know it will cause problems. If it got bad enough for them to get kicked out of a dress shop, you think the fact that they're going to be in a church or at some kind of venue where they're doing a wedding is going to prevent the bride from causing a scene? I don't think so. If anything, she's going to be more amped up to cause a scene that day. The risk is heightened. We went NTA. We're NTA right now. Let's dive into the update and see if that changes anything. Update. I met with Matthew and brought my boyfriend along. Smart. Of course, he begged me to come to the wedding, and he said he would beg Jennifer to let me attend. I told him it was best if I wasn't there. I told Matthew that Jennifer had a problem with me, period. He said he didn't understand, and he did ask her many times, but Jennifer would continue to say that she was just stressed. Single out one person when you're stressed? That's not healthy. I got angry and said that's bullshit, and he knows that. My boyfriend also intervened and said to Matthew that he needs to wake up and realize Jennifer is crazy, and he can't keep defending her. Matthew said he loves her too much and doesn't want to lose her. My boyfriend and I got up and told Matthew to let us know when he has a backbone. In the meantime, it's best we don't talk. I messaged all of our friends in the group to let them know, and I'm keeping my distance from Matthew because of Jennifer. He's still my friend, but at an arm's length. I will still be sending him a gift regardless, but I'm keeping my distance from Matthew. It seems like he's in denial and can't comprehend what's going on at all. He usually is in denial. Ever since high school, he has had a sense of denial, which is like generally. Another thing to mention is that Jennifer is nice to all of Matthew's female friends, just not with me. Okay, that's different. I've also gotten a message from 2 of our friends saying they have dropped out of attending the wedding because of Jennifer and that they're on my side. Oh, sweet. She's forming an alliance. Edit 2, Jennifer already bought her wedding dress a while ago. When I went dress shopping with Matthew's sister, she invited Jennifer as a way to resolve this animosity she has towards me. So it was Matthew's sister who wanted to buy a dress, and I found a dress that I loved, and Jennifer went crazy. Hope that clears things up since so many were confused. You know who's going to get to chime in on this and give us some feedback? Do you know? Can we get some feedback? Candy Thunder, can we get some feedback? Oh my God, it's Candy Thunder!
Hi, everyone.
There she is.
So I did look at the story to make sure that to see if there were any updates or anything like that.
Sorry.
And one of the comments said that Jennifer had her breakdown after Matthew's sister complimented her and told her that the dress looked amazing. And so I think there's got to be something here with the way that OP looks and the way that Jennifer feels about her looks. If that came after she was complimented. So I think there's probably something that's being left out about
self-image or just direct jealousy. Okay, let's entertain this for a second. Potential recipe ingredients for disaster here.
Yeah,
they're really close, OP and Matthew, right? So maybe Matthew talks about OP in a positive light often. That's danger ingredient number 1.
Well, I mean, it sounds like they're fairly close, and I don't think that. Here's the thing: if you're insecure as a person, I don't think it matters what Matthew says, because you're going to read into every single detail that he says, because you're so insecure that all you can see is this narrative that you've created in your head. So she thinks in her mind that OP poses some threat to her relationship. So 1, she's not secure in her relationship. She's not secure in the way that she looks. And insecurities can definitely ruin somebody's life. And it sounds like Jennifer is letting those just completely take control. And her marriage won't last. Her friendships aren't going to last. And like, just because somebody else is pretty doesn't mean that you're not pretty. I mean, that's just, somebody else's looks don't detract from the way that somebody else looks. Like, that's not... You can't put that just because somebody else, you think that they're prettier than you, doesn't. It's very sad.
Follow-up question for you. To me, it makes absolutely no sense that this would heighten after getting engaged. It's like she should be less insecure as she gets closer to her wedding day. She won. What does she? Why would it become intensified after an engagement?
Because she solidified it. So it's like a dog peeing on their territory, and she's doing it to drive OP.
She didn't have to
away.
pretend anymore.
Correct. She got the ring. So now it's like, this is how I really feel. I need you to get the out. out because you're not welcome here.
She was just playing the long game to try to drive her out of their lives now that she won and got the ring. Wow.
It's I don't. Ugh. I mean, no marriage could survive this. Like, no marriage could survive this amount of insecurity because Matthew's going to be working his ass off all the time to make sure that Jennifer feels loved. But if she doesn't love herself, that's never, like, you're never going to achieve that. He's never going to make her feel loved because she doesn't love herself. And that's clear if you go this crazy over somebody looking good in a dress. I peed on it. It's mine. That's right. I think
you've marked me several times.
I think something that might wake Matthew up is if I don't know what just said. I think something that might wake up Matthew is if the sister said, "I'm not going because what I witnessed was too far, and there was no reason for your bride to treat your friend this way." That would be, I think, a wake up call for Matthew to be like, this either has to stop and you need to figure stuff out, or this wedding is not going to happen. If you struggle with insecurities, I think one of the best things you can do is compliment other people and watch what happens when you compliment other people and like let that fill you up inside. Let that fill your cup, because I feel like it helps if you do struggle with insecurities about how whatever, your hair, your looks, like whatever that case is that you have, or if you don't feel loved, like I feel like complimenting other people, for me, that's what makes me feel better. And watching other people light up like with compliments, and like you give what you get. So if she was giving OP friendship and love, OP would return that 10 times over.
There it is.
She Delulu.
She gets the Delulu.
And
Does
it
she
sucks.
get the Bizzo?
I feel bad
Bizzo?
for her, because I feel like this is all fixable and she just needs to get out of her own head and quit it. Knock it off.
Yeah, because this probably isn't, her issues right now aren't specific to him, to her fiance.
Yeah.
She's going to have this recurring issue over and over
There's
and over
going to be
again
someone
until she
new.
fixes the problem.
Once
inside,
OP
right?
leaves the picture, there's going to be somebody else that's going to take OP's place, and that eye is going to be directed at someone else. And it's like,
the eye of Sauron is
true.
upon you.
But I'm like, he asked you to marry him. Like, he loves you. He chose you. Like, you chose each other. I don't know. I don't understand what more you need
She's
from
looking
this.
around like right now. She's like, who are all the potential side pieces? I need to eliminate them right now. I need to be the only option. But he has other female friends, and she's the only one that, maybe she's the first one. Maybe that's how we need to look at it. She's not the only one. She's just the first one.
Or she's closer to that friend group or something. There's something there. But she's probably most threatened by OP. But as soon as OP is out of the picture, she's going to start having some kind of problem with number two. You know what I mean? She's got her list, I'm sure.